welcome back to
Not Vanilla
with your host, Roxana
and Dom.
Hey guys, so we're going to be talking about a holiday energy check, showing up when you feel great and when you don't. This is a topic that I struggle with.
I do too, if I'm honest.
Struggle with this topic.
Welcome everyone to Not Vanilla, where we have real convos with a little spiciness to it. And we're feeling spicy today.
I feel like we always are feeling spicy. That's why we called it Not Vanilla.
Yes.
It's not vanilla. It's not plain. It's spicy. It's vibrant. It's happening. It's real.
Yes.
Real conversations. I mean, we may sound upbeat and happy and lackadaisical all the time.
Do we?
But the words and the intentions behind what we're saying are real situations, are real feelings, and are genuine to what people deal with in their everyday life.
Definitely.
Okay. So that's why it's not vanilla and it is spicy. And today we're talking about holiday energy, how to show up during Friendsgiving and the holiday season, whether you're thriving or barely holding it together. I call this time the Thankmas season, because some people believe in Thanksgiving and some people believe in Christmas. Some people don't believe in it, and just call it Thankmas. Call it the holidays.
Because there's other religious holidays in there as well. And even though we're talking about Friendsgiving because that's optional, like these are tips and recommendations you could use for your family's Thanksgiving as well.
Yeah. And we just have to remember, because real life doesn't pause just because
the holiday. Right.
All right. Setting the scene for the holidays, pressure is real. Okay. The expectations to be cheerful, family dynamics can be triggering. Friendsgiving energy being different every year, the emotional mix of joy and grief that happens in the same room, the pressure of showing up even when you don't want to. I feel like it's giving turning 30, because I was all for all the holidays and loved all the holidays and all of that shit until it's like, oh, now you have to be,
you're the
person that has to execute all these things. But not really, because my family, they do a lot of the stuff and we are able to all support each other, but just realizing, and seeing the pressure of not a lot of other people are here now, and it is up to you, and all of that is a lot, child.
And I think the thing with Thanksgiving, but actually Thanksgiving and Friendsgiving, because sometimes you're not friends with all the people that you were friends with last year. So they may not be attending. And then with family members, we've had a couple of holidays where every holiday, a lot of people that were at the last holiday wasn't alive anymore. Like, not even that they were out of town, they weren't alive anymore. So I think the dynamics are always changing. You don't know who's going to attend, if they're in a good mood or not. And God help us, you might be in a good mood the day before and the day of, crash out moment. So I think let's just set that up. And all of that is okay.
I think that, I don't think that on all the years that I've had the holidays and celebrating stuff, you ever really address those feelings of not really wanting to. You just do it. And I think that this has probably been maybe my second year, maybe addressing, you know what? I don't really like the holidays because all of this shit, really self-reflecting and really getting into your real feelings about how you feel about the holidays, other than the gaze that you were given as a child and what they give you in the movies.
Yeah.
Because I do love all of those things. I love the Christmas time and the movies and the spirit and all of that. But then when I'm really in it, I remember, my grandmother's not here. And all the things that we all used to do and all the traditions, we don't do them the same. It is joyous to hold on to those things that we still do.
The traditions and the rituals.
But It's hard.
Yeah.
I think it started getting hard for me last year. It wasn't immediately after grandma's passing, your mom's passing, but it was like me realizing the aftermath of the not sameness. So how does I know.
And the holidays, the thing with that is that it's very loud. It's a lot of energy. It's a lot of emotions, a lot of food, a lot of people. And the most hardest part is a lot of expectations. So, everyone's walking with different issues when they're in that space. And I think one of the things, if you're happy and you're in a good mood when you're in the space, it's kind of important how you navigate through. You can't just come up like how I do a lot of times. Oh my God, it's Christmas. It's so great. I love it. I'm so glad to see everyone. Hey, friend, what's going on? Why are you sad? What's going on? I mean, it's so much to be grateful for.
You do that.
I do that.
I think that's actually mean to say, to ground your joy. But I did see a scripture the other day that said, if you're screaming early in the morning, I don't remember exactly, but I seen that it said that if you're screaming early in the morning or whatever, that can be annoying or hindrance to your neighbor.
Right.
Like, you're not supposed to be doing it.
Right.
People's ears.
Like, girl, why are you sad?
Because I didn't get why you're not supposed to be happy and joyous. Because I thought that if somebody's trying to dim your happiness and joyness, that it's, but I guess in also the same turn, if you see somebody going through a hard time, you're not supposed to rub in the salt of
and be wise.
You happy. Yeah. And why you not happy? And like basically, don't be sad about that. You're not supposed to. It's a balancing act.
Yeah.
It's a balancing act.
For sure.
I realize, because I'm like, I'll never be the person that's like, because I'm going through something, why are you walking around like that? That doesn't seem nice.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem right to do. I don't think that's what the Lord was saying with that. Like, I think they're just like, be mindful.
Be mindful.
I think it's just like, be mindful. Not that you can't be joyous or don't not spread your joy, because I feel like if you have joy, you're supposed to spread your joy and spread that knowledge that you have. Be mindful.
And your good energy is contagious, and how you show up in a space can change that. So I think don't not show up in an authentic way if you're happy.
I feel like that's a reoccurring theme though, of people like, you all just like, what, like, or have you seen the meme of the little boy where he's sitting there and like somebody will post something on Threads or on Twitter and be like, I'm going through this great time in my life, and somebody in the comments will post the little boy sitting for his pictures like, congrats, I'm happy for you. Have you seen that? Like,
but I think that's a good point, because also spiritually, we wonder why we're going through attacks. That could be a reason why. Like, why are you going around showing how happy and great you are, and you see people are struggling or suffering? I don't think you should operate like that either.
I think that's fucked up to say that. I think celebrities probably like grapple with that, because it's like they're not doing it on purpose. Like, I don't know the hard time that you're going through. Nor does it got shit
Okay, so let's think about what our recent leadership has done in office, where he had this great Gatsby party when people didn't even have food. They didn't have their paycheck. So I think we just got to be mindful. Like, that party would have probably been okay around New Year's. Why did you do it when people
The party
weren't
probably would have been okay if you gave us all $4,000, $5,000 stems. I'm sure nobody would have gave a fuck if everybody would have been having their money in their
And on
snap
that
and
note, we're going to say that's an interesting.
But yeah, so don't dim it. Just soften
it.
And
soften the edges of it.
Don't
be like,
bring calm and warm energy.
Right.
Be aware that someone may be grieving.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm quick to do that. When I see someone who's trying to be a vampire, I liked Jacob, I liked Edward and Jacob, but don't be no vampire.
Ooh, don't be a vampire. Don't suck the air out of the room, because I think that's so important, because a lot of times we'll all be having fun, and then you'll have that one Eeyore that's like, well, my dad died and my dog, and I don't have no money, I stopped working.
Not to saying that nobody can uplift you and be there for you, but it's like, Oh, see, I know what you're trying to do because I feel like that's a spirit of operation too. Because it's like, okay, you're out here trying to get out of your rut. What you're not going to do is take over the whole room with your rotten, that was wordplay right there. Energy.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, that was good. I like that.
So your joy isn't too much. You just need to be a little gentle with certain people. And I think me saying about the money thing is just like, be mindful that everyone could be at different stages with that. So maybe not flaunting all of the trips you're about to take or all of the money you spent or all of that. Just be gentle.
And we know a few.
Right. Just be
I'm
gentle.
not aggressive there. You're right. Acknowledge, don't avoid. And you know what? I may struggle with that. Avoiding things rather than just acknowledging them and addressing them. But I'm getting better on it.
So, you know, I know that this can be a hard season, but I'm so glad you're here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just, I'm so glad you're here. Not putting obligations on people to bring gifts or bring food because, like I said, you don't know what people are going through. And I remember a lot of times when I was younger, and even when we were younger, we may not have had a lot to give extra. So it's like you don't know what people are going through. And I didn't say that, actually. So,
and I think now as a society, we're getting around to probably getting rid of the traditions. And that's why, because they're expensive. And we didn't realize that's how expensive it was when the other people were doing it. And that's probably where it's getting at. But it's like, get back to the basics, though. Like all of the family members that you remembered you loved seeing at those times, reconnect with them and stuff. Like make it more, you know, just try to get the essence back, man. I mean, I know it's hard because people pass away, but
yeah,
the traditions is what keeps us family.
Yeah, and don't have long speeches. Like, you know, no one needs a lecture about thankfulness and how to be happy and grieving especially when you're in that space.
I know that this is hard because I think that like people use this time to catch up on things with people, but it's like, I kind of like to focus on just bonding and building those memories rather than asking you about some shit I don't know. And I remember my brother actually addressed me on that before. Like, because I would go, because I would go around and ask people about their life and shit.
But what's wrong with that?
But not really give a fuck. Not really care. Or really listen. So,
oh wow.
Tony was like, her brother was like,
this was a revelation.
Yeah, he was like, how you want to ask a question and just walk away or something? He was like, how you just going to ask a question and not listen or care? He was like, don't do that. And I was like, you're right.
Wow.
You're right. So if I really don't care, I really won't ask.
And I think that's not a good space because it's not like you have privacy. It's not like you really have time to lean in and focus. You could just say you're glad that they're there and like, oh, I can't wait till we play Uno because that's my favorite game to do. But I think having those activities as well is helpful in that space. Don't just have people there eating and then afterwards everyone's looking at each other. And I'm going to say this. I feel like you can have a TV show like football in one room and then everyone appropriate movie. I don't feel like one person should be deciding that. Like, you know.
And I think that roots from not trying to fix the people's sadness. Because I think I asked them about these trivial things. And then when I don't know how to respond or I can't fix it. So it's like, why the fuck did I ask?
But you don't have to fix something. It's just like you're a listening ear. That you've been in community health for a long time. It's not about fixing all the things. It's about having an ear. But if you don't have capacity to do that, it's fine.
And usually at a holiday event,
you don't.
After a couple of, I don't. And so I'm in a good mood now.
Right.
So it's like, And I'm
Just don't try to fix people's sadness. That's the most important thing.
Don't even touch on it, y'all. Go around it because that's how you
say
keep
go
them.
around.
Oh, I'm sorry. No,
We don't need to
we
be-
don't avoid. I'm sorry.
We don't need to like cringe about real
Don't
feelings.
avoid it.
It's just like, just let things naturally occur. If you're in a good mood, to me, you don't have to try to fix their sadness. You just go in that space and maybe that's something you practice today. Try it on me. Do. I'm so sad, baby.
What are you sad about?
No, you're supposed to say, I'm so glad
Oh,
you
sorry.
made it and
I'm
you're
sorry.
here.
Sorry.
Okay, so let me try it again.
Do it again. You smell so nice. What are you being sad about?
Oh my God, you're
Sorry.
doing the exact
Sorry.
things we
Try it
said
one more
not to
time.
do.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm so sad. Billy Bob left me and I'm not working no more. And I'm just crying about
But
it
you
out
know
loud.
what? You smell so nice. I'm so glad that you're here and that we're able to make memories. Come on, let's go get us some mac and cheese and yams, girl. That's my favorite. Let's go get some mac and cheese and yams.
I'm so glad you reminded me that I'm here with my. I think just say, oh my gosh, I'm so glad you pressed through and made it here. I feel like all of us being together, it's just going to really help you.
And the mac and cheese and yams, the comfort foods, help.
I don't know if we did that skit.
It helped.
Okay.
That was a good.
So, next segment.
Invite, don't pressure.
Mhm.
Offer connection without forcing participation. Let them drift in and out of the conversation and respect their pacing. I said this. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Especially if
That's-
somebody's in fresh grief, they may not be that focused.
I think that's why people mostly like talking to me because if it gets too serious, if it gets too, because you don't have the answers. I think Roxana taught me that. My mother taught me that.
You know,
He doesn't have the answers. You don't have the
You
answers.
don't got heal
Or do
everything.
Or do you? Because if you do, you'll just say it. But you don't have
I
the
mean,
answers.
we all
So-
have the answers in our heart, but that's not the purpose.
So
That's not the purpose of today. Mhm.
sorry. Invite, don't pressure. As in, I actually just did this. You know, I didn't message Jessica, my aunt.
Oh, wow. And
letting
I'll
her
send a
know.
reminder. I'll send a reminder because people are busy. Give them the benefit of the doubt.
But at
Hey,
this
just
point,
reminding you
maybe this is the pressure
this is
that will be pressed
available.
right now in this video. I done sent you a message.
How you know?
Already.
How
I
you
already
know she
sent you a
watches
text. You responded back to the picture saying, "Oh, that's cute," but you didn't address that I done asked you to show up for Thanksgiving. That was a little. That was me oversharing. We won't talk about that in another.
I think
video.
that's fine though, because it's like, but if so, Grandma and I just talked about this about what's the limit of inviting people, and she said 3. Like, if I keep inviting you, I think we invited her last year. Maybe she's done with doing Thanksgiving with us. That's fine. Circle back when you feel like showing up with us. That's fine.
we the only family you got.
So I'm just
And we're the only
saying,
ones that are-
don't take it personal. People are very busy.
Yeah, don't take it personal.
Just if you want to come. You
And
don't have
I
to bring
haven't
anything. If you
pressured
want to
her.
bring something, that's
I
fine.
haven't pressured her, but I feel like the pressure probably is needed at this point in time so that no more time goes by. I did ask though in advance so that it was something that could be planned out, but I don't know. That's annoying. But I guess in this, I can't pressure it. I did invite though.
I think this is a mature way to deal with it instead of because like I said, you don't know what people are going through and it's just like, okay, I'm just being mindful. Here's the invite. And then you could keep inviting. It doesn't hurt us anything. Don't take their quiet personally.
Let your presence be grounding, not demanding. Grief, depression, anxiety, burnout, none of it is about you.
Right.
And it's not. I can't explain my heart and my mind to the whole world now or my whole family. And I won't. So I'm tired. And it sounds bad because like it's nothing that they did or anything, It's just unbearable human emotions that you can't control, So, because it's like I've had great holidays. It's nothing anyone has ever done to make me feel this burnout of, dang, I can't do it anymore. I don't know. So that's why it's kind of really interesting about this holiday blues, because nothing specific happened to me during the holidays for me to feel that way. Other than people maybe passing away. Other than that, I always have a great holiday. I love Thanksgiving.
I'm trying to remember.
I love Christmas. So I don't know.
What we did after my mom died that holiday. Was it a good one or a bad one? I don't even remember.
And actually, I do remember. And I don't think that we need to recap this on camera or on the podcast. It's like, no, I do remember what happened.
Oh.
It was dramatic a little bit. We all lost our little shits. So
maybe that's why I blocked it out of my mind.
Maybe that.
The crash outs were real now that I'm thinking about it.
The crash outs did indeed happen. We do not do them anymore. They haven't happened since, but they did happen. Let's move on to the next one. If you're out feeling blessed, moisturized, paid, and loved, congrats, sis. Just don't walk and acting like a holiday Beyonce. I don't know what's wrong with that.
Exactly. We're aiming for warm cinnamon roll energy. Like, not main character competition.
Okay. I mean, but the Beyonce energy is supposed to be, you go into the living room.
Beautiful. I've lost weight. I have money. And I'm dancing.
And just make sure that you're able to support your other family members that aren't in that mode right now. Because that's what this season is about.
It's about giving. It's about love.
Uplifting.
Yeah.
Being together.
Caring. Sharing.
Amen.
Amen.
Okay.
Showing up when you don't feel like it.
Why you might not feel like showing up: exhaustion, loss or grief, social burnout, feeling disconnected, holiday sadness, financial stress, anxiety about family dynamics. I've had probably every last one of these before.
Exhaustion. I think we do so much because the holidays are happening, whether you have work, whether you have a family member that's sick, whether you have a dog that's sick, whether you have more responsibilities in your relationship because something may be going on with one family and then you have to go to the other family. So work things may be a lot. So I think exhaustion is real and we need to pace ourselves through the holiday to make sure we're not doing too much and the things we're doing is what we want to do and in line with what we have available. I don't need to be baking 20 different cookies when...
You know what? I love Cookie Mama.
No, I'm just saying, that's an example. Like, I don't need to stay up baking cookies all night if I know I didn't get to work, I didn't get to work out, I didn't get to even eat right. Like, I need to pace myself with that. And I think we should do the cookie thing because that's easier than thinking of a dinner. To me.
I love our Christmas cookie baking party. I think that you can love people and still not have the capacity for people. This can mean that, I love my family. I do. But when we're all together, it is a lot, especially all of the different families. And I think it's actually beyond that because maybe you get anxiety about how other certain people interact with each other and how that will be.
Yeah.
So,
or maybe you have a new boyfriend or a new girlfriend and it's like you are anxious about that. And that's putting a whole nother layer of stuff.
Yeah. So loss and grief, that could be a reason. You're missing people from before. Or, I feel when I think of this, I think of it. I don't know why I'm smiling, guys. That's a social thing that people do when they are uncomfortable. I do. But loss and grief can be like when someone didn't deal with something the correct way, or they said something effed up about the person after they then passed away or something, and now you guys are arguing about this loss and grief person, and you can't get past those different emotions.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. That's what I think about when I think about loss or grief, because that person is gone. The memories that you have with that person, the memories stand. I think it is because of the people that are still here now going back and forth with what the traditions are, and oh, mama used to do it like this.
She ain't here though.
She's not here.
And
So
you know what? You bring up such a great point. We've also had to deal with this, but I think it's important to say you don't have to talk about that shit at the family dinner.
I don't know why.
That's not a place to talk about it. Like, we can have a family discussion
outside of Thanksgiving or Christmas
or a funeral.
It
doesn't have to be at these pivotal times.
Right. And if we don't talk about it or see each other during those times, then we haven't addressed it or because this ain't the time. Because right now at Thanksgiving, I'm prepared to enjoy my mac and cheese and yams and turkey and chicken and my desserts. I'm not prepared to sit here and debunk with you the year of my life past and all my traumas.
And how you didn't help me. And I think also, you don't have to go to the family functions. You don't have to go to Friendsgiving. Those are optional events. If your mama and them abused you, if Pappy and them cussed you out and said nasty things about you, guess what? You were free. You don't have to deal with them anymore.
You don't have to be dragged to the house. Social burnout, it's the same. Feeling disconnected. Holiday set. We address that. Financial stress. I have to remind my family of this every year. I reminded them of it this year. That, I think we all are so dramatic and theatrical. You guys love to go above and beyond. I have to remind you guys that that's not necessary. I had to remind y'all that we brought the same exact trinkets and setup last year. Just like Grandma, I love her to death.
Is that true?
Why do you need to still buy garland again this year? I love you.
No, it's fresh garland. It makes the house smell so good. No, I love it. I love that she did it.
Because it's fresh. I'm going to leave that there. The financial stress is you guys are putting it on yourselves. Don't put financial stress on yourself.
Don't buy stuff you cannot afford. And don't feel bad about it. Think about creative ways to maybe a picture slide deck, something that is saying, I see you, I care about you, and I love you. And I forgot that you had said that I keep buying the same stuff.
It's not just you. I see everyone do it every year. It's not just you.
It gets cuter every year. I try not to.
And I also see you go through your bins and be like, I have all this stuff. I'm not doing this again. And so
every year I cuss out my nutcrackers.
It's very trivial because I'd be like, I know that you like it, but I think it gets overwhelming because you keep getting more stuff.
No, I don't get more stuff. I stop putting out the stuff. And then when I don't put it out, some people guilt me about it. Yeah. But what makes it worth it is when you say that and that you had a friend that was like, oh my gosh, look at all this. This just shows me that it's family. It's family history. And it just touched me. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to do it again next year. That's how that works.
Well, my thing is when you have these trinkets and things that you've had for years, decades, you're supposed to put your stuff out every year. Like, that's what you're supposed to do.
You don't have to.
Like, you put all your shit out every year.
Have
to remind yourself, I guess, that you do have the stuff so that you don't have to buy new stuff every year. But I also understand that stuff gets out of date and you have to refurbish it or make it look nicer, update it. But some of her stuff is like classical stuff, like nutcrackers that you will never find the quality in these type of nutcrackers ever again.
And I was going to buy more and I had to stop.
Like, I'm talking about the quality of the nutcrackers, guys. Like,
my mama.
These are genuine wood, genuine mechanical nutcrackers. I don't even think they make nutcrackers the same anymore with the same
where their
mouths actually move and it can actually crack a nut or something like that. But anyway, I'm saying that to say this is part of what I like to see for my holiday season of, beyond the buying people gifts and stuff. When I see that nutcracker case up and all of those trinkets, we know that they're staying for a while. It just brings back and casts back the memories. I'm getting emotional during this show. We're going to move on to the next one. Anxiety about family dynamics.
And we talked about if that. Mama and them hurt you, you don't got to go.
I think that the holidays are so hard because it reminds you of when you were a child and all of the freeness and now.
And you're still a child on the inside. And that's why it's important to, be there for yourself in a certain way. So if there's a parade that you like to watch, if there's a movie you like to watch, if there's cookies you like to bake, I think you should embrace that. Just do it with boundaries. Don't eat the whole bin. Give them away as gifts. Just have boundaries with yourself.
That is awesome of you to say, because I think that's what it also translates into. Like the holidays and this time of year is you casting back and catching back those memories that you made you feel good and that made you who you are and that reminded you of the things that you want to bring into fruition for your family and stuff. Like Cookie Mountain. I know that my mother and my grandmother know how to bake cookies. I remember inviting all of my childhood friends over to the house and them being like, I've never seen so many cookies. I've never seen anyone make cookies from scratch and it be so many cookies like this. So it's like certain things like that.
But this year we're changing it. We're going to have the shaped cookies and you can decorate them. But there'll also be a lot of cookies that you can make and take for gifts. My
mom was able to curate those feelings and those experiences because the way her mother was about Christmas. And I'm going to be able to curate those type of experiences because of how she was about Christmas. Like I am able to decorate. I know how to set up the tree. I know I know that you need what is it called?
Tree
the
stand?
Nativity. We need a new nativity. Now that'll be one thing that I'll allow her to buy because the nativity we got, everybody missing an arm, everybody's missing a leg. It is all broken out. So
we're not getting a new one, girl.
A black one.
My mama gave me that one. Both of them. So they're gonna look like this. The Lord is still with them.
The Lord is with them.
I'm gonna get them fixed. That's what's gonna happen.
That's just really funny. Like, I love the Cookie Mountain. That's just what makes it. Because now it's less about the gifts and more about, I'm glad that you're still here, that I'm still able to eat a cookie with you and share more memories. Because they just now discovered that I hated gingerbread. I tolerated them, but they're really little demons.
Well, might be able to talk about that in another episode of how Dominique got terrorized in kindergarten by a gingerbread man.
Mm-hmm. And how you guys shouldn't really let your children believe in all these mystical little creatures. All right.
So you got to give yourself permission to be human.
And that's what that's about. That's why we have Santa Claus and little elves running around. One of my favorite movies is
Elf.
Oh my God. Like, that's the essence.
But he is living in a mystical land until he's an adult.
He wakes up. Right. And that's what I think is so for real. Because that's how it is. It's like, until it's like, damn, you hit New York and now, wow, life is real.
The world's best coffee. What?
Yeah. So, and you finding gum under plates and eating it. I mean, you have to allow yourself to be human. And I think that was a little hard everyone had went through this eye-opening experience and it's different to everyone. I think that my grandma and my family has a very authentic and genuine reasoning behind our holidays and the reason for the season and why we celebrate. And it's just out of love, man. We have to be human. Don't fake the holiday spirit. You don't need to perform happiness. And I don't think we do any of these things. You can show up quietly and still be a part of the moment. Yeah. And we've had, Uncle Mike, Uncle Junior, all of, what other quiet characters?
Uncle Melvin's girlfriend.
Elsie. Like, even though they were quiet, they were people of
that we missed. Yeah.
Big spirits that were missed. Even though they were quiet and they may not have been like, it was like, you're still missed. I remember it like
Because they were always kind to
significant.
us, and
Yes, you're significant. You're important. And you don't have to pretend or fake that.
Yeah. And so just knowing that your presence is enough, you don't have to be entertaining. You don't have to be chatty. You don't have to be glittery.
Yeah.
You just have to be you. And that's what people are going to appreciate when you walk into a space, because only you can be you.
So choose how you would like to show up. You can fully show up. You attend fully, sit, talk a little bit, eat, breathe. I'm gonna go over them, and then I'm gonna go what I do, y'all, because you can rotate how you are throughout the whole night. It's fun. You attend fully, sit, talk, eat a little bit, and breathe. That's fully showing up. You soft show up. You stop by for an hour, bring a dish, say hello, leave early, no guilt, no pressure.
I've done that before.
This is usually the Black folk do this one site. Love you from a distance. You call, text, FaceTime instead of attending. You're present, just not physically. Because I do, I switch it up. I switch it up all the time of which things that I'm doing. But for the most part, I mostly be showing up most of the time. Sometimes I'm late. Sometimes I leave early. I call that fully showing up for me, though, because I'm pretty consistent on how I'm showing up. I'm showing up, okay?
And we know not to make her do any dishes that we actually need. We already know. It's fine.
Fuck that.
It's fine.
It's fucked up because I'm trying to get better. Because I feel like I even opted in on being more responsible and taking on more this year. But I'm glad that my family has also respected me and given me that space of, how are you going to choose to show up and be a family member?
She used to live with us, though, and
how are you going to choose to show up to be a family member? And I feel like I always showed up full time, though. And even when I'm not living with you guys, I show up full time. Do I not?
So soft show up, I think that's a good idea. You plan ahead. You already know, I'm going to get there a little bit early. I can help them set up. I'm going to take my little dish. And guess what? Love y'all. No, I have to go. I have to get up early, but I love you guys so much. And what's the last one?
Love you from a distance. That's when you're not showing up.
You just calling.
And texting.
Yeah.
And that's not enough. You're going to be cut off as a family.
But some family members, remember, you need to put that boundary, and that's fine. You still alive?
At least send a call and a text. Yeah, acknowledge the holiday. Because I do know people like that. I know, people I've been in a relationship with that's how them and their family operate. They just send messages from afar.
Yeah.
And I understand. I
mean, you don't have to understand it, and they don't have to understand it.
You're right.
That's just what I've decided to do. Mm-hmm. So those are 3 real options that you could do. And I think, but at the end of the day, whatever it is, it has to be something you're comfortable with, not pressured to do, and not you being not yourself, not authentic.
And what you're able to do. Yeah.
But with the caveat that knowing if you choose these, depending on how you show up, that's going to say what kind of family member you are to everyone and how much they're willing to go out their way for you.
And that's why it is important. I think that's why I was so adamant, because I'm like, I don't show up for you guys. Because it's like, it can look different in different ways.
Yeah. Because
sometimes the love you afar from a distance person is showing up more than the fully showing up person or a person that is physically there. This is a conversation for another episode. That was good though.
Yeah.
We gave y'all the 3 basics, but we can dig deep into those and how that actually
those are good tools. Yeah.
Yeah. In a different one. That's really good.
So create a personal plan. Don't just wait till the day of, y'all. You are a mature human. You can do this. You can say, you know what? Next week, I'm not going to have time to go to Virginia, or I'm not going to have time to do this. I actually don't have the gas. So I'm just going to tell them that I'm not going to be able to make it this year, but I love them. I have something that I'm going to do on my side of town, or something like that. You can make that plan ahead of time.
You can.
Don't commit to doing something and then don't show up because you know you can't do it.
I used to do that a lot. I used to overcommit myself, drain myself. Yeah.
We live and we learn.
Like, know your emotional limits, and then know your physical limits, what you're able to do and what you're not able to do. Who or what drains you at the gatherings? Know what and who drains you. I'm usually pretty good at that because I'll walk away and I'll go smoke, or I'll walk away and go get a drink, or I'll get another plate. What's your exit strategy if you get overwhelmed? Like I just said.
I just leave. I don't even say bye. I'll be like this. So that's me doing a Irish exit. I don't even say bye.
I've gotten better with my Irish exits because I will just say, yeah, I'm leaving. Bye. Love you. Bye. I'm leaving. But I thought they were talking about we're talking about like in a specific conversation, or if somebody's draining you in the gathering, or if you're like, all right, I'm about to go on my smoke break. I'm about to go get another drink. You know, you just walk away really quick. You gotta go eat. Do you need a break room or a quiet corner? That's
going outside to smoke,
yeah.
Going for a walk.
Do you know what's funny?
Drive your own car too.
I think these are things that are just done, but no one's talked them through. Like, this is probably the first time I've talked through, this is the things that I do, but I've been doing it for years. Me and my cousin's who else goes on their cousin walk?
Yeah.
On Thanksgiving. You go on your cousin walk.
Or we go on the porch, or whatever it is.
Come on, cousins. All the cousins that cousins.
Yeah.
Come on. Because the family's about to start their shit, and we need to be in our zone to be prepared for whenever the shit stops.
But I think that's when it helps to have activities and that people aren't just drinking. Like, maybe we have an activity where we walk around. I wanted to do that so many Thanksgivings. Like, you eat and then you walk around the block and then maybe you play a card game, but I could never get anyone on board with that.
No, I think I remember one time y'all did walk the block or caroling one time. Didn't y'all? You don't remember that when y'all went caroling or whatever? I could have sworn y'all went caroling.
We did give out cookies for Christmas one year.
You got to get your group together for your walk. I know. I think 4th of July, I think I walked the kids up to the bridge.
Oh, yeah, you did.
I don't have no kids, so I won't be making no extra stops no more. Even though I love the kids. Take that out.
Yeah.
Take your inner child into the holiday with you and protect her. Take your inner child into the Yeah, I do that all the time. My inner child is constantly with me. The inner child's so much with me, she will go 0 to 10 on your ass.
But do you know that's because she doesn't feel protected?
No, I thought that was her fully being protected because she's fully here and able to be like... Think about
a little kid who's having a temper tantrum. I learned this from my therapist when I was going to therapy, and she had said, oh, but you know, what about whatever we were talking about? I don't even remember, but I remember the lesson. She said, well, what made you so angry that you had lashed out? And I said, I don't even know, because I don't know if I care. And she said, when you're lashing out like that, that's when your inner child does not feel protected, and you have to protect them and calm them down. That Roxy, it's okay. I love you. I'm going to take care of you. No one can hurt you like you used to get hurt before. Stuff like that. I was just hugging myself to like.
I created this Dominique to protect that Dominique. And so when this Dominique is presented, she is protecting her. Like, she was created out of, because I thought that's what therapy was about too. And that's what your inner child means, that this outward adult that you created was created by that inner child. And even if you can think back, because I can remember some of the conversations that I had with myself as a child of what I was going to do and how you were going to navigate out of it. So that's really the person that I'm talking to. Like, flag me back in and be like, like, and it goes like that. So when I say it like that, she's protected. She doesn't get angry as much as she used to. And I actually am very self-reflective on that as well. Like, you was mad as shit because you shouldn't have been doing nothing like that. That's why I said it like that. That if you do bring your inner child with you and protect her, that if anything does happen in that moment, you probably is going to get the cursing your ass out, Dominique, because she's already comfortable enough to bring that side of her and walk with her out. That because she's already trusting and walking out, so that if you do really press that boundary, I think that that's the protection part. Or am I thinking of it wrong? You get what I'm saying?
No, I think you're saying the right thing about it, but I'm just saying if she's raging, she does not feel protected. And it doesn't have to do with you and the outer man making sure that your soul is protected. It's just like whatever that family member, whatever that thing that just was said, she was like, I'm gonna boop, 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 boop.
I think I used to be very reactive. That's what you mean. That you're not protecting.
But your inner child, yeah. So it could be your heart pounding. It could be like you're so angry. And now I'm remembering what it was about. And I had confided in you as well. But I was to tears about this topic. Like I would just think about it and it would just make me so mad. And I'd just be angry and crying. So it's like, how can I make this issue not touch me and affect me so much? I can just really decide ahead of time that it's okay if they don't want to be my friend or hang out with me. And I'm going to be safe. I have people that love me. So that's the way I tell her, like, no one can really hurt you unless we let them. And I would never let somebody hurt you again. But you're saying those same things.
Yeah, I talk to my inner child like, girl, don't tell them that, and they don't even know that, and let me handle it. That's like, it's almost, that's what I know when people be like, oh, you don't really know me or whatever, because you're representative. Like most people have their inner child, and then they have their representative.
No, that is how.
I would say that is how we're set.
So the best example of this, and I hope that you guys get to watch this, is Hulu has a series called Unprisoned, and it's with Kerry Washington and her dad, and they have like this fractured relationship. They get back together. He gets out of prison, and she has a break. And the mental break is that her inner child starts to talk to her and follow her around and be like, oh, I'm going to F this person up. And she was like, you're not supposed to be talking like that. Like, what's going on with you? So it's like her healing her inner man is a good example in that show. I think everyone, if you get a chance, it's lighthearted, but it has like some really touching moments in there, because I grew up without a father, and I felt like she hit a lot of the things in there. And it wasn't like, oh, I'm like crying at the end of the show. It was a very good show of how they navigate through that relationship and how she healed herself. Because she notices in there that, oh, I can't like raise my son if I'm angry at my dad for not protecting me. And how she processed through that, I think that show is genius. It's a good mental health show. Mental wellness and being in relationships, a lot of what we discuss.
I think I think protecting your inner child is more so about you forgiving yourself as well, because most of the stuff, how would you have known? Was how have I reacted to certain things and how I made decisions on stuff, of how I'm talking to myself and how I decide to talk to myself now, and how I decide to represent myself now rather than how I have in the past. And that's more of forgiving my inner self and that child that I was. And also respecting her, because she ain't forgettable. Like, she did a good job. Could have improved on things, but she did what she needed to do.
No,
so
she
it's
did what
like,
she needed to do.
So it's just like, I really, and really doing that and forgiving her, and like, oh, why you do that, and not being upset about myself, at myself, of those certain and different decisions that I made. But yeah, take your inner child into the holidays with you and protect her. Protect him, her, they, them. Protect it.
So I think this is very important. How to talk without oversharing in the holidays.
Oh man, I struggle with it.
Okay, go ahead.
I struggle with it. Use this simple phrase: "I'm here, but I'm keeping it light today," or "Love you all, just the soft version of me today." People understand more than we think. I feel like that's Laura. Like she uses
I'm
that.
here.
I'm
I'm light. Keeping it light today.
But I overshare. I have a problem actually because I
think that's a problem.
I like to address the issue right then and there and figure it out, and so that I can move over it, so I can just go ahead and get to a solution, because then I can go on to the next thing that I probably have on my list of things to fucking do and worry about.
But overshare is like if it's someone you don't know. We're just talking about like you talk to your grandmother and stuff. That's not oversharing.
But she especially if she's me before on oversharing stuff. Like I remember I think I said something to Gloria, my great uncle's wife. That's his wife. And you was like, why is you telling her that? And I was like, because maybe she can have something insightful to say, so that
that's
I
true.
Take a knife from the kitchen.
I was like,
and stab his eggs.
Keeping it light today.
So remember, soft version of me today.
Mm-hmm. And if you're not feeling it, just show up, plate first, eat you some food, get you a nice little holiday drink, and keep it moving. You don't have to stay there.
Facts. Fill your plate and your spirit at the same time. I said this.
Okay.
Get you some mac and cheese.
Say it again. Without looking.
Facts.
Without looking.
Sorry. Facts. Fill your plate with laughs and great food and spirit at the same damn time. That's what I was saying. You get you some mac and cheese and your yams. Yeah. You know? I think what's funny is because we've seen examples of the oversharing and how it can get crazy with that not Big Mama's. Is that Big Mama's house where they all had went over to Lady House for the holidays and then they was all dramatic and then what's
Tyler Perry has
not
one
Tyler
too where
Perry.
everyone starts telling the truth. But is it Big Mama's house?
No, the one where the little boy young and the grandmother passed away and then
Soul Food.
Food.
Oh, that's for example of why you need to mind your business and figure out why your husband is sleeping with her.
Oh my God. Soul Food. Like that was of how, and that was bringing us back to our previous of during the holidays is not the time to sit there and be like, well, wasn't you like this last year, oversharing and doing all of that in front of all your family? That's wrong.
Yeah, don't do that.
That's wrong.
Don't do that.
Get your plate full of love and spirit and that good stuff you like to eat.
And if you don't drink, get you some mocktail. Take it to the event. If you don't eat meat, don't make everyone feel bad. Take your meatless dish.
I hate
Take your this is lemonade. Get you a sparkling lemonade. Like, don't make everything about you and just try to share. Like, oh, well, my kids don't play those kind of games, but we bought this puzzle. Like, try to engage your family in a different way. So that way it's not always cantankerous. Like, oh, you guys eat all that meat. Or, I even had just went to an event, a wellness event, where the lady was saying her family basically shamed her that she was doing juices and not eating a whole bunch of meat. And she was like, well, y'all, what are we going to drink? Can I bring something healthy to drink with sparkling water? And I was like, that's a good way to look at it. Because even though I'm deciding I can't eat all this stuff, I'm going to bring something that might spark somebody to have a healthier version.
And I feel like we have some individuals that do that.
We have a lot of individuals in our family. And we think about that.
To tell them.
Yeah. And just imagine,
shit don't got shit to do
some
with me
families don't care if you're not drinking or if you don't eat meat or, if you have dietary restrictions. So I can only imagine what it's like out there.
Roxana is one of those people that'll make you feel comfortable. I'm one of those people, you better bring what you finna eat. Because I'm going to make and eat what I'm going to eat.
We're not
But that's not the advice
not
that
vanilla
we're giving.
family. That's not the advice we want to give, because I think in the long
That's not
run,
the advice that we're giving.
if I'm going to the holidays, if I'm honest, I don't want to show up long hand. So that means empty hand. My mom is from Panama. That was one of the things that she would say. I don't want to show up with my long hand. So if I can't contribute money-wise, I'm going to help clean up and set up. If I can cook,
Right.
I'm going to cook a dish.
Yes.
If the host does not eat meat, I'm going to find something that I can bring. Or I may order something.
You shouldn't be the host then. If you have a whole bunch of dietary restrictions.
But I'm just saying, I'm going to be mindful. If someone's coming over my house and they don't drink, I have Waterloos. I have sparkling lemonade. I also have alcoholic beverages. Even if I'm in a period of season of giving up alcohol, I still do that. If not, I'm not going to host. But that's me, because I want people to be comfortable.
That's the nice thing to do. That is what you're supposed to do. I'm just saying, and I think that's where I'm adulting in, that it's like, if it don't bring me joy, even though I respect that those are your dietary restrictions, I respect that you may be allergic to it, but if it don't bring me joy, I'm not investing in it. I like meat.
We're not going
I
over
like
Dominique's
seasons.
house for Thanksgiving, you know.
But I will be bringing my favorite dishes.
Eating a steak on a steak with a steak.
And some string beans or something on the side.
She would not.
Or mashed
stuffing.
potatoes.
You would have stuffing.
Sounds great. It would probably be like several meats, stuffing, the good sides. The good sides.
Which is stuffing, mashed
Yams.
potato, yams with a whole bunch of sugar. I remember one time I saw her and her dad make the yams. I was like, are there potatoes in there? Are there yams under there?
And I feel like that's because that's the day that you're supposed to do that. That was the day that everyone waited for your dinner to be grand. I don't cook like this all the time. I don't eat this stuff all the time.
We
I
literally
only
make
eat
mac
it
and
on
cheese
that
and all that.
day.
Oh, you know what?
You know?
Anyways.
Sorry. I digress. Because I can't wait for that plate. Still, I'm thinking about it right now. I haven't cooked dinner since November started. Waiting for it. I think they how hosts can create safe spaces. Set the tone, light, warm.
No.
What?
So, as a host, this is how you can create safe spaces.
Set the tone, light, warm, low pressure today. Don't force gratitude circles. Offer optional quiet spaces. Check in with people privately and keep conversations soft and inclusive. It's
Inclusive is a good one.
It's a hit or miss.
Laura was telling me how she felt like she went to somebody else's family event and they basically were just talking over her and ignored her. And I feel like no one should feel like they're invisible at a family event.
I usually feel like I am at other people's family events.
That's not a bad thing sometimes, though.
I feel like when I go to other people's family events, they are not as expressive as my family
at all.
And they're not as...
I mean, you had me as mom. It's kind of hard.
Strong of opinion. Like if I say an opinion, we're not willing to go back and forth. I don't know if that's because we're not family or because they just don't do that. But I remember being accosted of, don't yell at them. And it's like, I'm not yelling. I'm excited and enthusiastic about this topic. And I'm actually engaging. And actually, now I'm about to disengage. Because now y'all got me thinking that I'm doing
somebody else's family?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's...
And on that note, another one that I see that I've done before, don't force gratitude circles. I told Dominique, I've done this like a couple times. And I did force it. I was like, I waited for everyone. We all had to go around.
I don't think that's forcing it. Because if you come to the circle, you want to participate.
If you want to come to the circle, come to the circle. Sorry.
check in with people privately. Yeah, like this is good. Checking in with people privately. I think that we don't have a safe space problem because if you're having dinner going on, everyone's doing stuff going on and stuff, you can go off into the different areas of the house and talk and create your safe
And
space.
now this space is going to be ready.
I think like that's something that I had to, as the oldest child with her parents, had to get them on the accord with. Just as an oldest child in general, I had to create my own safe spaces within my family and tell them.
Oh, you would tell us in a second. Leave me alone. Stop asking me so many questions. I remember one time I asked her one question too many and she was like, Mom, what is going on? Like, I'm fine. Moving on. And I was like, okay.
I think that's because we don't know what safe spaces look like, but we know what they feel like.
What they feel like,
and we know that
if you feel attacked,
not that it's like if I'm able to speak freely on certain topics and things, we just know what that feels like. I may not know what it looks like, but I know what it feels like. And it's certain triggers, certain facial reactions or things I may not want to deal with. So you're not a safe space for those type of things. You know what I'm saying? Certain things. And that's what I'm saying. Or even because I feel like my mom likes listening to me sometimes because I can break it down into these different segments, right? Not even that you're not the safe space, but maybe if someone else is around while you are also around in this safe space, you now become not the safe space because so it's just different layers and layers. Onto the
and we got to be mindful of that. Like I shouldn't ask you how you are if I know people, you feel
just certain things, and that's
and that's us being mature. And I think that's why you have to have these conversations so that you know, like, we've all felt that before. And that even though we didn't know all of these things were a thing,
we've done
they are a thing. So your thing is also a thing. So I hope that you guys can share it with us.
It's not abnormal, that you're not weird, that you're not, cast it off into the dark stuff, the shadows. These are normal human interaction things that we just haven't put a label on it or haven't addressed or haven't categorized. But they are normal things that happen more often than we think that they do. Because we've been to thousands, plenty, hundreds of family events and gatherings at this point in time.
Yeah.
And I'm a professional at it. I didn't even need to go through this. We knew.
Yeah. And I think one of the things I'm going to be intentional about this year, and your Aunt Charlie even said that she's gotten this from me. I'm going to set the vibe in the house with Christmas music on this TV. I'm going to have movies in the man cave. Upstairs will be football. And if you don't like that,
you should probably go to another area of the house. You need to go outside. Go upstairs where the sports is. If you don't like this Christmas music or Christmas movie that's playing on, child, you shouldn't be up here with the drinks and the sports. You should be downstairs
in the Christmas movies. Yeah. And I've also changed the house to be intentional with that.
Have those different areas for the different demographics.
And if you don't, then we're all watching Christmas movies, or we're all listening to Christmas music, or we're all listening to jazz and playing cards. Like, I think we need to be more intentional with our spaces. I'm saying that to say I want it to be a healing, peaceful space, not, oh my God, they can't watch this.
Or I think you've done a great job with that.
I've tried. I'm getting better.
I also think people sometimes, because they're our family, they can get disrespectful or they lose the perspective. This is my. You set the.
Yeah, you have.
We watching TV down here, music right there. Where are the remotes? The remotes are gone. The remote's on my phone.
Right.
I'm controlling this.
And your little baby needs some earphones. And I don't know what's going on with the young people. They can't hear. That's all. What's one thing you're gonna do?
I feel like that is one thing that I did appreciate. If you have young kids and they have all these restrictions, bring that restricted iPad because there's no kids in this.
Right.
I do. Everyone is welcomed, yes, and everyone will be accommodated, yes. But I, I remember when I was younger, no one accommodated for us being kids. It wasn't, oh, we can't listen to the kids was outside playing with the other kids because they shouldn't have been around the adults.
Right.
So I don't know where we kind of got it confused where we're catering to the children. It's the kids' party. I don't even have kids. I'm going to digress from that. I don't know why I get upset about the kids every time.
I think because it's like your boundary of
how I'm trying to have a good time,
right,
is
being affected,
impeded on.
Yeah,
because of your experience. And it's like I'm not downing your experience, but what the fuck can I do with me? I done did my hard crime, right? Raised our siblings. My parents are older now, so that we can enjoy our Christmas or for whatever I needed to be and look like as a family. Because we've made it to these different points now. And we still doing shit that we don't want to do, you know? And it's not right because it's like we should be preserving that for when we do have kids and grandkids. I digress because it's not really anything particular, but I'm just saying be mindful of that. That you don't have to match the room. You can contribute to it. Honor your emotional temper. Honor others' emotional temper. Choose intentional over expectation. I feel like we explained these really greatly. Friendsgiving is about connection, not performance. You can show up joyfully and softly. Both are welcome.
Yep. And Thanksgiving is about connection as well, not how much food you can produce.
And I think that's how it usually is when I'm going to my other friends' events. That's why I say I feel like I be having a great good time, and I'm like this outspoken person when I'm at my friends' events. I feel like because they just be they all seem very inward and quiet, and it'd be like I don't be wanting to address it like what the fuck is wrong with you? Because that's how my family's like that. I digress, but I remember even going to go visit Tony in Seattle. We're sitting in a coffee shop, minding our business, having the time of our life. It was me, Faith, Tony, and Michael. We're sitting there having the time of our life. And somebody next to us, like a table next to us, was like laughing with us like, yeah, it's just people don't have those type of conversations.
They don't. They're very quiet in Seattle. They don't even say hi to you.
Funny.
So strange.
It was just like, this is how people are. And I don't know how to not be like that, but I can only show up in my joyfully, fully soft self. Because I be joyous, but I be like, let me just be a little quiet because I don't know what the vibes you guys are giving right now. Like, and I don't want to shake the room. But I love the holidays. I love seeing all of my family during the holidays. That's when I expect to see them. Not only that, if I don't see you, I'm disappointed. I'm reaching out to those other cousins and family members that I didn't get to see.
Yeah, I missed you. You don't have to guilt them. Just I missed you. Hopefully I get to see you soon and really make a plan to see them because maybe they're really struggling and they also wanted to be part.
I think that's why it's so hard for me because I don't have kids yet. And to see everybody with their kids and making their own traditions and stuff and you're not able to show up, you know, not that you're not able to show up, but everyone's off into their own safe spaces of your families. And it's like,
they're branching off.
I'm happy I still have mine.
However you're walking into the holiday season, whether it's surviving or thriving, just make sure you're walking in as your real self.
And remember, make every conversation less vanilla
and a whole lot more vibrant
and spicy. That's all for today. With Not Vanilla, with your host, Roxana
and Dom.
Bye for now.
Bye.